Hi everyone, Jeff here from Gojo Media. I do in-depth and fun food reviews on YouTube. To find me, just search for Gojo Media Jeff.
If you like new stuff before anybody else, if you like to keep your finger on the pulse, if you like the future and want to be in it, keep on listening because we'll start in a minute. Techwebcast, the hosts and guests are unsurpassed. Techwebcast, cause technology it moves so fast. Techwebcast, ha, stick around and you're gonna have a blast. Yeah, Techwebcast, ha, ha, Techwebcast. Let's go.
And welcome to episode 340 of the Techwebcast podcast, recorded on the 11th of July, 2015. Techwebcast is recorded every Saturday at midday Melbourne time. Please rate us on iTunes and like us on Facebook.com, Techwebcast. Follow us on Twitter at Techwebcast and download the Techwebcast iPhone app. Your hosts today are the amazing Brad, the amazing Belinda, myself, Jody, also Jacob, Steve, and Paul. Hey, Brad, how's it going?
Hey, Jody, how are you? I'm good. And you?
Super swell.
I'm super swell. So you didn't say you're amazing, though.
Well, I got through amazing twice, and I couldn't think of any other adjectives, so we're just all here.
We're all here. Yes, indeed. Yes, we are. We've got Paul back on. Welcome, Paul. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, Brad. How are you?
Good, mate. What have you been up to for the last time we spoke?
When did we speak last?
I can't remember, mate. I know you went away for a while overseas and that.
Yeah, I think it was May the last time we spoke.
Okay.
Around there. So yeah, I've been quite busy those few months. So it's been a bit of a ride.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. And anything to report on? How's your week been?
Busy, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
It's been pretty hectic. I pretty much been occupied with work and other things like that. So yeah, there's not really much time for myself at the moment.
All right, mate. Did you see the Apple story news about the burning on the wrist from the Apple Watch?
I saw it briefly on CNET, I think it was, or something or other. Yeah, I don't have that issue.
I don't have issue either.
So I don't know what that is.
Yeah, people just making a big deal out and trying to get free stuff and money. And Christopher Rizzo made a good point about it. And yeah, so have a look at that when you get a chance. We've got Jacob back on. Welcome, Jacob. How's your week been, mate?
It's been pretty darn good, Brad.
Yeah? What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Nothing much. I've been working on my computer, trying to fix it, and get ready for the podcast.
That's all you ever do, mate, is fix that computer.
I've been out today.
Do you agree, Belinda? Every week he's on here, he says that.
What did he say?
I can't remember what he said. But anyway, let's move on. Welcome, Jessica, to the show. Welcome.
Hello.
What have you been up to?
I'm not sure what else you want me to say because I'm just still stuck in the bloody theme song. Like, that's just fantastic. I'm just like living that Techwebcast theme song right now.
Living the dream.
Is it downloadable on iTunes?
That song?
Yeah.
No, it's not, man.
I was going to say, if it's not, you really need it to be because that was just fantastic.
The podcast isn't it?
I can be. What's that, Steve?
You can download it.
Techwebcast app.
The podcast. Well, yeah, you can do it through the app as well. Yes.
Yeah, you get the app. And Paul, any news on the app? On the app, mate? Any updates coming soon? Or?
I'm hoping to get an update out at least this month or next month, hopefully, with the iPhone app. I'm still waiting on that second update for the Watch app before I even implement a native app because I want that native app support that I'm waiting for. Mm-hmm. That's why I've held off so long for the Apple Watch application.
Okay.
So hopefully when that comes out, I'm hoping it comes out in a few months. I don't know when it comes out exactly.
September, I think.
Yeah, it's probably near the next iPhone launch. I would say.
Are you going to get the next iPhone?
I haven't missed one yet.
I haven't.
Oh, really? Wow.
But
You
I'll be getting one. I'm going to get one for sure. I never miss one. I always
we'll
my
see.
iPhone.
See
In the 6S.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I always sell my phone and then I put the money towards it and then I buy it.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
I'm actually going to take advantage this time round of Telstra's free upgrade. So I'm
really?
going to take, I'm going to take advantage of my three because I get one every year, but I never really use it. So because it's never on the date of the launch.
Oh,
So I always miss out. So maybe this year I can use it.
yeah, definitely, mate. All right, let's go back to Jessica. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
No, you're cool.
So what have you been up to, Jessica, for the past week?
Oh, God. Okay, so for the past week, I've just been busy working my day job, but getting ready also to go overseas. So in about 2 weeks and a few days, I will be in Indianapolis for Gen Con.
Oh, wow, cool.
Which I'm very much looking forward to. And then I will be, once Gen Con's over, going to LA. So I'm kind of just gearing up to go overseas and trying to tie up loose ends here at home in Melbourne before I head over.
That's all right. How long are you going to be over there for?
About 3 weeks. It's just under 3 weeks. So we leave on a Monday and then leave Australia on a Monday, then get to Indianapolis on the Monday, and then we leave LA on a Thursday and get to Australia on the Saturday. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to Gen Con. I've never been to an American convention before, and you just hear so many stories about how huge they are. So it's going to be fantastic.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm
First
looking
time in
forward to it.
America?
Yeah, Indianapolis in Indiana. I hope I'm saying that right because, I don't want to be an ignorant Australian right now. But
You're
yeah,
in for a very long flight.
Oh, my
Let's put it
God.
that way.
Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking about it on Monday, actually. I was going, okay, so by this time, when I get to leave Australia, I'll have been on the airplane for half of the trip that it takes. And it's just, you don't realize just how long 15 hours is until you get on a plane and you have to stay on it. It just becomes like this crazy concentration camp of, you have to sit when you're told to sit, and you have to sleep when you're told to sleep, and you have to eat when you're told to eat. And it's just, yeah, for 15 hours, it's a fun ride. And then when you get off, you just stink. You just absolutely stink. And all you want is a shower. It's like the hunt for the nearest shower. I would love for there to be more portable showers in airports, actually. That would be fantastic.
They call them wet wipes.
Stuff.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? There's just something about running water that just beats wet wipes.
Yeah, exactly. Shower is much better. Let's go to Belinda. How's your week been, Belinda? And you're changing to TPG, I hear.
Yes, because they've got ADSL2 Plus and Foxtel Broadband only have ADSL2. So it said it was going to be 20 megabits per second or something.
Yeah, well,
That's
don't
how
go off.
so-
Don't believe everything they say, because
Well,
you're not
it's true,
guaranteed.
It's ADSL2 Plus.
Well, you're not guaranteed
which
that
is
speed.
faster than ADSL2. No, that's what it's going to be. So
20 megabits. You're not
Anyway.
guaranteed for that whole speed, though.
yeah. Well, anyway, that's what I've done this week,
Okay,
and
good
I've
stuff.
also been editing some YouTube videos,
Cool.
trying to get
Ooh,
stuff
nice.
working.
Yep.
One video didn't really work out, so I ended up getting rid of it because the lighting was, I don't know, something went wrong with it. So yeah, just been doing that and working.
Good stuff. And I got
Yeah,
up with Jeff on Wednesday or Thursday. It wasn't it? I can't remember what day.
Yeah.
One of them days. And
Pancake parlor.
yeah, it was good meeting Jeff. And check out his YouTube channel, Gojo Media Jeff. And
Yeah, it's really good. I always watch it.
yeah,
so.
same. Every time I watch a video from him, I always go out and buy the food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
makes me hungry.
Makes me hungry every time.
It does.
So was he reviewing the Pancake Parlor while you were at the Pancake Parlor? Because that would
Yeah.
have been amazing.
Yeah,
He did.
he
Oh,
did,
really?
He did,
Wow.
he did a video there, but yeah, it wasn't very long though.
Because I watched his vlog about it, and he was saying
Really?
that he did a review, and he mentioned that he met with you.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay. Let's check that out.
plug. And he mentioned the Tech Webcast. So.
Oh, did he?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What YouTube channel was that?
That's on his Jeff's vlogs.
I'll have to check that out. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of his other channels.
All right. Good stuff. Okay, Stephen, how's your week been, mate? You're going away too for 2 weeks, aren't you?
Oh,
As well?
just a week. In fact, I should be Sunday through Friday, so I'll make it in time for the Techwebcast though.
All right. Good stuff, mate.
Yep. San Antonio.
Yep. Have you been using Apple Music, Steve?
Not really. I've just been kind of busy on getting ready for my trip and just a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. I should try to use it more. Like a lot of times I'm at the computer, I'm doing stuff, so maybe I should just, use the music more and try it out.
Yeah, try it out, mate. What about you, Paul? Have you been using it, mate?
I've been listening to Beats One. I thought that was incredibly impressive. It sounds pretty much like a real radio station, so I'm pretty stoked at the shows that they actually do have are actually good content.
It is.
It feels kind of weird because they actually refer to the Apple charts constantly.
Yeah, I love it.
And you never hear that in a radio station ever.
Exactly.
So the fact that they're referring to that just always weirds me out when I hear that sort of thing on a radio station.
And there's no ads
on
Beats One. There's no ads on there. There's no ads at all, is there? It's just all music and talking, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, but that's also because you're actually paying for the service, essentially. Well, after the 3 months, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Beats One, as far as I'm aware.
That's not free, is it? Beats One Radio, is it?
No, it's part of the Apple Music. So when you pay for Apple Music, you automatically get Beats One for free and that type of stuff.
Oh, good stuff. Okay, what about you, Belinda? Have you been using the Beats One music at all?
I haven't really had time because I've been editing videos and working, so
okay.
I don't really have time to
Fair enough.
do that.
All right, cool, good stuff. And what else, Paul, you want to say, mate, about the music?
Connect seems interesting. I haven't really had a chance to really look at it, but it seems like a really good way of getting artists to deliver their content before they actually release it. There's a few songs I saw on Apple Music and get released also on Beats One the last few days that have been pretty much new releases that you can't buy on iTunes or anything like that. Like they're full on new. You don't hear them on radio stations anywhere else. No. So they've done a good thing there. That they've have a platform now where artists can just go and put their new stuff out there without any interference or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even Eminem had a video on there, which you couldn't watch anywhere else.
Yeah, some unique content on there for sure.
There is indeed, mate. There is indeed. Jody, have you checked out Apple Music?
You know what? I went through the process and then I got to the point where they ask you for the credit card and I said, you know what? I'm the kind of person, I forget to unsubscribe and I just don't need another monthly bill, so I'm not doing it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm a spoil sport.
You should get it.
But have you, question, Brad, have you had any problems with your iPhone this week?
No, I haven't. No, nothing at all. My phone's been working great.
Okay.
Have you noticed a ton of upgrades on apps, updates, I mean?
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yes. I have a lot of good updates for Vine and that sort of thing.
Well, maybe it's getting ready for iOS 9, maybe.
Yep, ready for iOS 9.
Must be. I'll tell you what, my phone, the other day, it would not keep up. I had it plugged in trying to keep up with the charge. I don't know whether it was updates or what, but this thing was, when I picked it up, so hot. Like it was, It almost burned my hand. I know, right?
That's crazy.
So what it was doing was it was melting itself down into a new iPhone for you.
There you go.
Even thinner.
Yeah.
And you guys are
the new iPhone made.
Wow.
Jessica, what phone do you have?
I actually have a Samsung Galaxy S5.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So I don't use Apple Music. I use Spotify. But I was actually, when I was on my run this morning, I was thinking to myself, because I don't have premium, I did the 1 month free trial thing that they give you sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was trying to think to myself, they say that premium gives you better quality music. What is the difference between that quality and the freebie quality? And when I was listening to a particular song on my run, I thought to myself, I think I've got it pegged. I think they just turned the bass down.
Yeah.
I literally think they just turn the bass down, and then when you pay for premium, it's back to normal.
Because there is an option there to have it streamed at high quality.
Yeah, but you have to obviously have the premium service to do that. So yeah, I reckon they just turn the bass down and they go, shh, no one will know. Just turn the bass down. Say it's worse quality. They won't know any different.
Maybe. I don't
know. That's my theory.
All right, good answer. Let's go to the news then, Belinda. Here we go. Okay, some news.
Welcome to the Tech Webcast podcast news, and the first story is from TheVerge.com. And in the third developer beta of the iOS 9 software, Apple has added a toggle to the music settings menu that lets you listen to a higher quality of music on your cellular networks, no matter how strong your signal may be. And you can enable this under the Apple settings in the music settings.
We already started the news.
And the next story is also from The Verge, and Facebook's new news feed is questionably one of the most important parts of the site. And they've added some new features to that. The company has spent a lot of time working on ways to make it better and more interesting content. But no matter how good the algorithms are, there's a chance your page is often littered with stuff from friends that you don't like, or interesting information that you don't want from your friends. In Facebook's iOS update, the preferences can also be changed, and you can select pages and friends that will show up at the end of your news feed. And the next story is from Engadget, and Reuters reports that Time Warner Cable has been fined $229,500 after hammering one of its customers from Texas with robocalls. The cable company reportedly auto-dialed her 153 times because they had the number from a previous owner. And also from The Verge, a separate album for screenshots might be the best surprise feature of the iOS 9. So now you can have a separate folder for selfies, screenshots, deleted images as well, and iPhone events or iPhoto events. And also, Apple is already seeing record sales with the iPhone 6, but the company is expecting a higher demand for the next generation of the smartphone. The next generation of the smartphone has reportedly placed a record-breaking order with the manufacturers. And according to Mashable, Wall Street analysts, once blindly optimistic about the potential of the Apple Watch, are now increasingly doubting the predictions of its success. Earlier this week, Deutsche Bank echoed those concerns, calling the watch a wild card because Apple has bucked its standard of releasing sales statistics after the launch. And that's all for the news. Back to you, Brad.
Good stuff, Belinda. Well done reading the news so quick. Good stuff. What's your view on that, Belinda, on any of them stories first? We'll go to you first.
I like the idea of having a folder for selfies.
Yeah, good idea, yep.
Because you don't know, because they're sort of bunched in at the moment and you don't know what's what.
Mm-hmm.
So you could separate that from everything, which is really good. And also the robocalls, I thought that was good that the person got compensation back for that. Because I've had companies have just rung and rung and rung. They keep ringing you, and they're after someone else, but they think that because it's the number, they'll just keep calling the same number. So it's silly. And I also like the Apple Music, how you can adjust the audio, the quality of it.
Okay.
So you can change it over your mobile phone network.
Yep.
So that's good.
That's coming in iOS 9, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah, they said it's in the beta version at the moment. So, and they're going to get feedback on that, and then it'll be a permanent thing if they get good feedback.
Cool.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all you want to say?
Yep,
right,
that's
let's
all.
go to Jessica. What about you, Jessica? What's your view on them stories?
I really like the idea of adjusting the quality of the audio that you're listening to improve whatever, or not to improve, but to rather be more mindful of the amount of data that you are using. Because, I mean, for me with Telstra, you might get amazing reception, but you don't get as much data as some of the more cheaper telecommunications companies. So it's really good to be able to do something like that, like YouTube's been doing for some time now with the reduction in quality of the image for videos that you can stream. So I think that's a really clever thing to introduce, and I wonder if it will end up bleeding over into any of the Android or Google products. And I also really liked separate album for screenshots and for selfies. I think that's really, really, really intelligent because I'm the same. When I take photos with people, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I want to get back to this other photo that I need to show someone, and then there's all these other pictures in the way. So I think that's actually a really clever little thing to have added in there. Just as something that you don't even need to think about. Those little subconscious things that you can really appreciate, but you wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that's pretty much, I really like that. And I'm a bit surprised at the idea that the Apple Watch might not be as big a success, especially with things like Fitbits and the Garmin Vivo really taking off in general society. I don't know if I have seen a single person at my workplace without a Fitbit these days. So I'm really curious about that one. I'm really curious whether it'll actually be a big success or not.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
We'll have to wait and see. What about you, Paul? Any views on them stories, mate? Paul's not there. Let's go to Steve. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, there's a few news stories now on the Time Warner Cable.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. You can go ahead.
I was actually speaking.
Let's go to Steve. Okay, let's go to Steve first.
Talking to yourself.
Wow.
Go ahead, Steve.
Talking about a little bit about the Time Warner Cable, the robocalls. It's funny now that we're getting more prevalent with cell phones that sometimes we're getting like automated messages for advertising, and some people still use the old. They may not have unlimited, calls or data plans or whatever. So I think it's great that they're finding these companies for that because. Plus being I think what was that 100 and something time, 150 times. That's way too much, and there's hardly any way to combat it unless you call the company directly, or if it's through a media company, or it's kind of hard to stop those kind of calls. And let me see, I think that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Paul. What about you, Paul? What's your view on them stories, man?
Well, the audio thing is really useful, but it depends on how much, I suppose, your data is going to be terrible on your cellular network and that type of stuff. But the folder thing, I think, is good. But I'd be wanting to test that to see if it actually can do anything. Say, for instance, if I took a screenshot of a selfie, would it know where to put it?
Good question.
That is so meta.
Yeah, I'll try to trick it, obviously.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm aware, that's pretty good, pretty intelligent feature as well. In terms of, I think it's just with iOS 9 that this is going to be introduced. As far as I'm aware, you can't get the update sooner or anything like that through the app. So it's pretty good. This thing about the burning of the skin of the actual was an Apple Watch. I don't think that ever happens.
No, it hasn't happened. I really don't understand this whole thing. It's either something to do with their skin or some sort of allergy or to the band or whatever it is. But
they're probably allergic.
Well, if you have it on charge for a long time,
you go ahead, Paul. I think Belinda.
I think it's something to do with overcharge. If they have it on charge for too long, it will just get really hot.
Yeah, right. Well, I charge my watch overnight and it doesn't heat up. It works fine. I have it on a stand and works great.
Okay.
So, yeah, what were you going to say, Belinda? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I was just saying they're probably allergic to the metal that they use.
True.
Yeah, because some people can be allergic to certain steel.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Okay. Paul, any other comments you want to mention, mate?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. What about you, Jody?
I think she's on mute.
Do we need...
Oh, I'm back. I hit... I was on... I took it off mute and in my excitement to be called on. Let me tell you what. You guys are going to be so jealous because I am going to be the first one in line to get the 6S. And you guys are going to just, it's going to be here 8 a.m. in the morning, the first day they deliver them. So that's the first thing. I'm super excited about that, and I'm so ready. I like the idea.
Apparently, the iPhone 6S is not much of a big upgrade, but I did hear it's going to may have 4K in it. But
Oh, you know what? You know what, Brad? Every time that they say that, what winds up happening is they introduce something like the next generation. Okay, so they introduced the 6. And yeah, it's a different size, but I didn't feel that the 6 was that compelling over the 5S. The 5S was a huge improvement over the 5. The 4S was a huge improvement over the 4. So, you know, I mean, if you want to think that it's not going to be, I think that we're going to be a little bit surprised. I think the 6S is going to be the 6, but like on steroids.
Yeah.
So,
It should be good.
Yeah. So
it's about time they. Sorry.
What were you going to say, Paul?
It's about time they updated the 5C.
Yeah.
You know, nobody really liked that.
The 5D.
That was like a cheapo one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like
It's still good though. It's still good for a person that wants an iPhone. You know, if you can afford.
I always wonder what number Apple will go up to with their iPhones.
Do you know
Like
the C though was a lot
20.
like Oh, sorry.
What were you going to say?
No, after you.
I was just going to say the C is a lot like, you know, getting a free YouTube U2 album. You know, like, yay, we've got a color. That's nice. I don't need to buy a case now. Woo!
Yeah, it's like a new phone for the unsavvy.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I didn't understand that one, but
Yeah, Jeff's got an iPhone 5S, whatever it's called. What are the coloured ones?
Oh, 5C?
Yeah. And yeah, it works fine, yeah. Oh, let's go to Jacob. What about you, mate? What's your view on this? Oh, sorry. Whoops, my bad. Go ahead, Jody. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I wanted to make a comment about the decluttering of the news feed. It's kind of a statement on society when you think about it. Okay, so if you unfriend somebody, I mean that's pretty mean. Like people take it to heart, and they get very upset about it. So this is a way of unfriending someone without unfriending them. You can mute them; they don't know that they're muted. You know, you're not listening to a thing that they're saying, but you haven't technically unfriended them. It's kind of funny, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it is very funny, actually.
Oh, but what's it say about society now? I don't know.
I won't lie, I have
It's just
used
not-
that feature.
It's just like not listening to someone in real life.
You tune them
Some
out.
that
Or
are
pretending
very
to.
You know what annoys me though? When you write someone on Facebook Messenger and instead of seeing that and then it right back, that annoys me.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that just does. I think that's rude.
Yeah. Also, in
Sometimes-
that story, they said that you can make a list of people to unfriend and do it all at one go.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's cruel.
Mass unfriending.
Jedi. Jedi. Oh, and you know what, one other thing with regard to the Apple Watch. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, my phone got so hot, I picked it up, and when I tell you it was like burning, I was trying to keep it plugged in because it was running out of battery super fast. I don't know what exactly it is. I tried turning all different kinds of things off, and it seems to be under control at this point. I can appreciate that if that was against my wrist and it was that hot, yeah, it would burn.
Was it a third-party
So-
charger?
Supposedly an OEM.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And was it like a real Apple cable, Jody?
Supposedly an OEM real Apple cable.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes
Supposedly, I'm
yeah.
saying. I mean, I've got so many chargers, you know, at this point, and so many cables. There was a time when you could use any kind of cable and it didn't matter. Now suddenly, I use cables and it says this is not going to work with your phone. But I know it's an Apple one that I bought at the Apple store, so I don't know what the heck they're doing.
Okay. All right. Belinda, can we talk about Channel 9 and the cricket for a minute?
Yeah.
Have you been following this this dilemma thing we've been happening with Foxtel and Channel 9?
I haven't really read much about it, but I've been able to pick it up on my Foxtel cable thing.
Okay.
But if you've got satellite, you probably won't be able to pick it up unless you've got the IQ3.
Yeah, right.
Because if you've got the IQ3, you can just plug the aerial in, and then you'll be able to get Gem.
Yeah, right.
Because I've been watching the cricket on Gem because it's not on Foxtel.
No, it's not. No, because they don't have the rights to it.
Because they thought free to air, more people will watch it, I suppose.
Yeah. So can you explain why Channel 9 and Foxtel were arguing over this at all?
I have no idea.
I don't really know
over
much
money.
about it, but-
It's probably over money, I'd say, because they want to make money out of it, and Channel 9 wants to make money out of it. So, It's kind of
yeah.
funny.
So if you want gem, you have to get the IQ3 or
Yeah.
antenna cable into the TV.
Use a set-top box or something.
Exactly, and really, I really don't understand how hard that is, and people don't get that.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to do.
just get a TV aerial and plug it into your aerial that you normally have.
Yeah, I think it's quite funny some of the comments that people about on Twitter the other day, and it's interesting.
What did they say?
Just complaining about Channel 9 and Foxtel. That sort of-
Yeah.
Someone on the forums made a post about it, explaining why it's not on the Foxtel, Fox Sports, that sort of thing. And
Yeah, can kind of get boring if people keep just using social media to make complaints about everything. So,
but anyway,
I don't know what they're complaining about. It's available. So.
Exactly, and if you got a free antenna, use that. If you don't, I don't know what you're going to do, but
And most TVs come with a tuner anyway. So
they do, yeah.
So just put it in your main TV, and put if you can't get it through your Foxtel thing.
Yep. Or just buy the IQ3.
Yeah, true.
Simple as that. Jacob, what about you, mate? What's your view on them stories? And you want to mention something about your computer or something? You mentioned something about a computer.
No, that was supposed to be before the podcast.
Well, okay.
I was just wanting to show who we had on last week.
Well, do you want to explain to Jody because she wasn't here last week?
Well, my brother was on the podcast, and he was talking about me destroying a computer, and I left the photo in the show notes if you want to take a look at it.
He disassembled the whole computer.
The whole computer in 30 seconds.
Disassemble?
And reassemble.
Hang on, is this like one of those things where Americans can pull apart guns blindfolded, upside down, hanging from a beam, and then put it back together again? Is this what we're talking about here, putting together a computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing.
That's like ninja skills.
When I said that was pretty bad about the computer, everything but the F key on the keyboard was working.
Well, you said the hard drive went out, though, because if you disassemble the hard drive, you have to do it in a clean room because any bit of dust or dirt will damage the hard drive.
The hard drive was fine.
I thought
I didn't remove that from the computer.
Oh, okay.
So the point, I guess, Jacob, is that your brother fibbed.
No,
it was a true story.
No, what happened was my brother was supposed to be watching me. He left to go somewhere for an hour. He came back. Computer was all over the floor.
But why though? I don't get it. Why would you want to pull apart a computer?
You wanted to see how
At
it
that
works.
time.
Because he can, yes.
He can't, yeah, that's really destructive, I think, personally. But
Yeah, but I put back together everything but the F key.
Well, then why haven't you got a job in this? So why haven't you got a job, Jacob, now today, doing this sort of stuff?
I don't know.
You gotta get A plus certified, I think, and then you can do it.
Okay.
A plus.
All right, Jacob, you got any views on them stories, mate?
The audio quality. I think that's a good idea for Apple Music on iOS. That's pretty good. And Facebook decluttering, I think that's better too. There's some stuff I don't want to see.
What do you want to say?
Just random crap.
Okay.
And the robot calls.
It's all random.
What's that, Jody?
And it's all random.
Yeah, it's all random. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Time Warner cable. I don't like that. I get hit up with DirecTV. We left them, and they've been calling every day, wanting us back. My mom told them to stop calling, and they kept calling.
So Belinda, have you actually left Spotify for good, or what's your music stuff been using?
I don't have the paid one anymore. I've got the free one still.
Okay,
so it's still on my computer and everything, so I can still listen to the music that I had on there. So.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think the thing runs out at the end of the month anyway. So
Oh,
I've already paid for this month.
okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't mind. It's good. It's good service. It's bringing a lot of content that you can't get anywhere, which I love, and yeah.
Yeah, it's good having it for me because in my car I've got Bluetooth, so I can
nice.
just connect that up to the phone and play the music through there.
Sweet, good sound.
Yeah, it's really good sound.
Good bass.
Yeah, it's a Holden, so.
Oh, yeah, Holden's good.
Yeah, they've got good audio. So
yeah, definitely.
Pumping it out.
All right, so Jacob, who's the guest today we have on today, mate?
Jessica Hutchinson.
Jessica Hutchinson.
That's me.
Tell us about what you do, Jessica.
Wow, I'm an actor, so I've been acting professionally for probably about 10 years, but more accurately since the age of 2, annoying the crap out of my mother by putting together performances on a dining room table. So that's more or less what I like to do for a living, even though that doesn't pay the bills at the moment. But I also film behind the scenes stuff on films that I'm a part of.
Oh, cool.
So I like to do that and edit it for YouTube and put in little bits of things that we get up to when the cameras aren't rolling or when the cameras are rolling. And gosh, I watch a lot of stuff.
Have you got Foxtel?
Do you know what? I refuse to. Not just because I'm dirt poor, but I really just have issues with the person that owns Foxtel. And I don't want to give him my money. It's Murdoch, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, screw him. He's not getting my money. So, yeah, at the moment, I don't have Foxtel. I am looking to get Netflix, but I need to change service providers first before I do because I want to take advantage of iiNet's unlimited sort of streaming when it comes to Netflix. So that's pretty much what I do with my life.
To be honest, Netflix is not that good. There's nothing on there to watch.
Yeah, I know, but look, there are things that are still available on it that I would rather have access to and feel like I'm paying for rather than downloading and pirating things. And I think it's a really unfortunate situation that we have in Australia where, you know, you have people, and it's coming out in the news, you know, for the last, probably 2 or 3 months, of Australians that have gone, you know what, I've got a VPN, I'm going to get HBO Go. That way then I can actually pay for something that I'm going to be watching and not rip off the people that are making this fantastic content. And then they do it, and then HBO go, oh, but you're using an Australian credit card. We can't have you use this service. You need to stop immediately. And it's all because of the pressure that things like Foxtel put on, you know, oh, well, we've paid for contracts so that we can, you know, air this in Australia. You can't have them accessing this content. To be honest, I reckon if HBO, you know, didn't have those kinds of contracts, they wouldn't care. You know, they'd be like, yeah, sure, take our money.
It'd be like Netflix then, because they don't care. They never care.
Yeah, I know. It really frustrates me, especially as an actor, because I want to support the things that I watch that I care very deeply about, and I want to encourage people to do the same, because it's really hard to be in this industry as it is. You know, whether you're starting out or you're a professional, there's an awful lot of work that's unpaid, which is really frustrating because everyone says they have no money. So you go and do the unpaid things in order to get yourself exposure. But then when you do something that is paid work, then you have a whole bunch of people pirating it, which I don't think you'll necessarily ever stop.
I think it's wrong. It's just wrong, I think.
Yeah, and look, it is what it is, though, and I can understand why people do it, and I've done it as well. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm an angel, but you know, when it comes to wanting to access something reasonably, you should be given that opportunity. So that's why I won't buy Foxtel for the pure reason that it doesn't even have the content really that I want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would rather give my money to the people directly. Please, HBO, let me give you my money. I want to see True Detective season 2.
So Belinda, what's your view on what Jessica was saying? Because I know you have Foxtel and that sort of stuff. Have you ever downloaded anything at all? Shows and that at all?
What, legally? Or?
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, because I had Netflix before, but then I cancelled it because I had Foxtel. So
yeah, right.
And Stan is another good one.
Stan's great.
That's got a lot more content than Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
it's
also
got like
Presto.
Aussie movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also Presto. Check out Presto as well. Presto's great.
Yeah, I was just
really
going to ask Jessica what she thinks of the drama, like the drama that's been produced in Australia at the moment. Do you think
I'm
it's good,
so
or-
excited. Look,
Yeah.
I haven't actually had a chance to watch a lot of it, to be perfectly honest, because I have been really busy for the last month or so. But it makes me really excited. I think that this sort of revolution of having these streaming services has really been an absolute blessing for our industry here. I went to a Film Victoria conference type thing a few years ago, and there was 3 people there. There was a content manager from the ABC, a content manager from Channel 7, and a content manager from SBS. And they all said they didn't have any money and that it was all very difficult in our country. And, that was kind of anticipated. It's like, someone saying to you, like, oh, I haven't got money for coffee every day. It's like, yeah, I know. Just get to the point. But then when I stood up, I got really angry at one point, and I stood up and I said, okay, so you complain that that there are all these really great stories that aren't getting made, but then you'll only ever put on a brand new cop show or a brand new medical drama or a brand new family drama, and you won't actually make anything new. Why don't you change it? And the ABC person said, oh, it's because we don't have the money. The Channel 7 person said, oh, it's because we only like to play it safe and we don't like putting on things that are a risk. And the SBS person said, God, we have less money than the ABC, but we'll take anything you've got. Just give us some stuff. And now when we have these streaming services, I feel like it's putting our traditional, free-to-air channels to shame, because you've now got this platform where they're saying, hey, we can stream this anywhere in the world. We've got some resources available to you to use. Make whatever you want. Just do it. And I think that's great. I think it's fantastic for stories.
Yeah, it's good
also
that they're
good for
making
upstarts,
stories
isn't
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we're starting to see some really interesting stories. I just saw a trailer this morning for a show called Glitch that's coming out about a woman that, she and her husband were happily married, and then she died, and then all of a sudden she's back to life 2 years later. It's like, what?
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
never
pretty-
expected anything like that to be made in Australia. I was expecting another, heaven forbid, Family Feud or cops with motorcycles and they've got things to do, and look out, you guys, there's another cop show. Like, I was just anticipating something really boring.
It's something safe.
Just a question to Belinda. Have you seen the show Open Sliver?
Yeah, that is hilarious.
That is very
I love the Gina Meinhardt.
Yeah, same.
And she just says, it's all mine.
That is one funny show. I love it. I watch it every week and very good. You haven't seen it, have you, Jessica?
No, is that on pay TV or is it on free to air?
That's on the Comedy Channel on Foxtel.
Damn you, Murdoch.
You can get Foxtel Play, but check out Foxtel Play. That's a good service.
Yeah, look, do you know what? I'm getting to a point now where I'm reassessing where I'm at the moment with the things that I stream, and one thing that I've definitely decided upon. I'm a massive NHL fan for you Americans that are in this podcast. So I wish so very dearly that I could watch games, and it's really difficult to, but thank goodness for NHL Live, because now, like, having access to games that I can watch and pay for that service, and I can just watch it through my PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's cool.
I can't wait for the new season because I'm so signing up for that.
Good stuff.
Just on Open Slather, did you see the one about Facebook, the send-off?
I did. That was very
It's like an actual person sitting next to you.
I did. Oh, that was I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Very funny. Very funny. Let's go to Jacob. Any questions for Jessica? Jake?
Yeah, I'm here, Brad.
You're going to be ready. When I ask you a question, mate, be ready.
No, my mouse pointer was all the way on the other side of the screen.
Go ahead.
I have 2 monitors, so.
I have a time limit on this podcast now, so,
I know. Well, what I was going to ask, when did you get your start in acting and stuff like that?
Oh, okay. Really good question. Oh, do I answer this truthfully?
Do it.
Oh, I know. Oh, God. Do you know? And people would find out about this anyway if I didn't say it, so I should just own it. I actually technically kind of got my start. I did a Star Wars fan film at the age of 18.
Okay, cool.
Well, not really. This is very nervous laughter you're hearing. No, it's fine. It was really fun to be a part of because who the hell doesn't love Star Wars? So I kind of was exposed to doing something on camera for the first time then. I'd previously done theatre in high school and drama classes and that sort of thing, but the Star Wars fan film was kind of the first bit of film that I actually did. And then after that, I just did a whole bunch of other things. Like I still do some student films if I like the script and if I think that the people that are doing them in university are, you know, really passionate about what they do and they're not just doing something because it's a bit of fun, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But people that tend to be really committed to wanting to be filmmakers have really good storytelling skills, or they want to develop their storytelling skills. So I tend to do those sorts of student films if I can. But gosh, that was probably my start. But since then I've done, a wide variety of things. We've got the Melbourne Fringe Festival here in Australia, in Victoria. So I did the Melbourne Fringe Festival a few years ago, which was stage. I also was an extra in the Band of Brothers Pacific miniseries that they filmed here in Melbourne.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was really cool because it got me on a set where there was a really decent sized budget. So you could just see the difference in terms of the quality of the technology that they were using and the amount of people physically running around on set too. So that was really, really cool. More recently, I did the web series Ninja Panda, which I did towards the end of last year. And yeah, that was amazing. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's El Poder del Ninja Panda, and it's about a guy that is really trying to be a superhero. But I won't spoil whether he's very successful or not because you should just go check it out. And my character is the Time Lady, and she has a very cool superhero power of her own. So yeah, that's probably the most recent thing I've done that I've loved.
Have you ever been on Neighbours?
Do you know what? I haven't. And for a long time, I was very high and mighty about it. Like, oh, no, I won't do Neighbours. It's kind of the equivalent of doing something like The Bold and the Beautiful over in America. It's just like, oh, no. I've got better aspirations than that. But to be honest, after a while, you realise just how lucky it is to get any work whatsoever. So if any Neighbours people are listening, hi, I'm available.
Talking of Neighbours, Jeff from Gojo Media actually was an extra in Neighbours.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, he was an extra. I'm not sure what he's sitting in he was an extra on there. So so if anyone wants to be an extra, just call him up.
Yeah, they do a lot of extras casting for Neighbours and Home and Away. I recently saw an article where Chris Hemsworth came back to New South Wales for a while, and because he got his start on Home and Away, and he just happened to be around when they were filming one day, and he got to be an extra in the background of one of the cafe scenes. He's just sitting there at a coffee table having a coffee with a baseball cap on.
Yeah, I saw that story on the news. They mentioned it on the news a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, I actually really like that. It sort of proves that he's got a really humble side to him and he doesn't forget where he's come from. And he just seems like he's such an Aussie, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like when you see him hanging out with the Avengers people, he's just such an Aussie. I love it.
Yep, definitely. And what are your favourite TV shows at the moment, Jessica?
Oh, okay. I'm a little slow on the uptake just because of my busy schedule, but I've just started watching Daredevil. Love it so far. It's really hard to nail a pilot. Like pilots I generally have like a 3-episode rule. So if something doesn't grab me by the 3rd episode, I just toss it away. I just go, no, I don't have time for this. My time is precious. But the pilot for Daredevil was really good. So I'm very excited about watching that. Oh my God, what else have I watched in recent times?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Oh my God, that last episode was so good. The last 2 episodes with all the White Walkers coming off the cliff, it was just...
Yeah.
Oh, I seriously sat there and I was just like, oh my God. I love that show so very, very much. I'm a big gamer and I'm a big role player, so I like the fact that fantasy shows have kind of really kicked off in the last 5 years. That makes me really, really happy. But another show that I keep telling people about because I just really want them to see it is Gallivant. it's been out for a little while now, and like it aired earlier this year, I think it was, in America on ABC. But oh my God, I love Gallivant so much. I've never seen a show hook me in 2 minutes the way that show did. It's just fantastic. So yeah, that's probably the stuff that I've been watching lately. And like I said, I want to catch up on some of the Australian content that's just been released, because I'm really proud of what we're doing as a nation now.
Wentworth was a great show, great Australian show, season 3, and that was a great series.
Yeah, it's really cool how that kind of got its legs on the back of this success that that the Prisoner TV show had with all of its DVD box set sales and stuff. You know, it really sort of, I think, enabled the revival of that kind of show. And it's fantastic. And it's really great to have such a strong female cast as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good to see that.
Yep, definitely, I agree. Jody, let's go to Jody. Any questions for Jessica?
2 questions, Jessica. First of all, do you find yourself binge watching?
Oh yeah, all the time. That's kind of almost how I watch these days.
I love it.
Yeah.
The correlation they said between being depressed and binge watching, I don't believe it. But
well, I don't know. Like, if I'm having a particularly rough patch, I know I really love binge watching stuff. I know I watched, I think it was season 1 of House of Cards in 2 days.
Oh my!
Yeah, because I was actually sick at the time. I think it might have been last year even. I was sick. I was sitting on the couch. I was like, oh God, I feel like death. I can't move. I'm just going to sit here and drink cups of tea. And I thought, oh, look, my friend gave me House of Cards to try it. I'll see if I like it or not. And then it was like, next episode. And I, was going, I know it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm sick and I really need to go to bed, but one more episode.
Just like me.
And yeah, so I binged it in 2 days. And yeah, I'm definitely guilty of binge watching TV. But I love it. I'm such a storyteller, and I love listening to other people's stories. I think it's one of the funnest ways that we can watch TV now, and it's so cool that Netflix is like, oh, you want this show? Well, here you go. Just watch it, enjoy. I think it's fantastic, and it also gives you the opportunity to watch it at your own pace too. So, yeah, I love that.
Okay, so second question is, if you were able to pick your dream role and you could star beside whoever you wanted to, what would it be?
Oh my God. I think about this and I have, it's so hard. Do you know when Game of Thrones started, I'd read the book, so there was a part of me going, oh, what could I try and go for? Like, what role could I go and pick? And at the point that I started thinking about that, it was probably a little bit too late to really be anyone. Like, I didn't think I could necessarily suit the Dornish roles properly or Brienne's role properly, because there weren't any other women that I really kind of thought about that I could play. But gosh, that's such a hard question. Here we go. I really love Firefly. I really love everything about that show. I love the quality of the writing. I love the quality of the characters. I love the people in it that perform it. And I just love the passion with which they tell the stories and connect to each other. I think it's one of the best TV shows that's ever been made in the history of anything. If I could be in anything, it would be something like that. I want to be involved in something that's just as amazing and just as heartfelt and passionate. I want to be in something that I tweeted it yesterday, I think. I said, I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con one day, but I don't want to go as just someone visiting. I want to be there as a guest. So my ultimate dream would be to work on something like Firefly, something of that quality, and then get to go to San Diego Comic-Con and get to meet people and be like, I made a thing. You got to watch my thing. It's amazing. But in terms of working with someone, I'd love to work with Joss Whedon as a writer. I'd love to work with J.J. Abrams as a director. And as co-stars, I would really love to work with Robert Downey Jr. one day.
He's hot.
Yeah, he is, but he also really fascinates me. I think anyone that can have a life that's so challenging and really, like that period of struggle that he really went through, to now be so comfortable in himself the way that he is, I just find that really fascinating and beautiful. So I'd love to work with him, and he's just so cheeky and marvelous. Like I just want to be on set and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh with him. I think that would be the bestest of fun.
All right, okay. Let's Paul. Any questions for Jessica? We need to wrap up really quick before we go. Any questions, Paul?
Yeah. One question. With your Star Wars film, were you Princess Leia by any chance?
No. But I did end up using the Force. My character had Force capability, which was really cool. So at the very end of it, I won't spoil it, but there's a lightsaber that in the whole thing that doesn't activate unless you've got Force capability. That's how it switches on. And it switches on off screen and you don't get to see who it is, but they told me that all along that it was my character that was able to do it. So I remember when we were recording the commentary for the fan film that I was like at the very end, that was me, everyone. You have to know it was me that had the Force capability. So even though I wasn't Princess Leia, I still got to use the Force. So that was pretty cool.
Very cool. Any more questions, Paul?
No, that's all right.
All right, mate.
I know I've kind of derailed the tech podcast with more acting stuff, but
great information. Let's go to Steve. Any questions before we go, mate?
Yeah, I'll try to make this real quick, so I'm gonna have to break it down fast. I like a lot of stuff that J.J. Abrams does and Joss Whedon as well. A lot of great shows. And I've got two primary questions. One of it is with wasn't like one of your videos you were doing an American accent? I didn't even notice. Maybe you were even Australian. So
can you do the voice for us, Jessica?
Yeah, I can talk like an American for you. How's that?
Wow.
I thought you were American as well, the first clip, and then the second one I was like,
wow,
she's
okay.
Australian.
Do you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
I actually got to work with a casting director from LA a few weeks ago, and I did my accent in front of her. And she said to me that it was really good, but it was more Canadian than American, which I thought was quite funny. But I thought, you know what? It's close enough.
What other voices can you do, Jessica?
Well, my Time Lady character in Ninja Panda is well, she's I sort of do like this sort of hybrid British accent for her. So, she sort of sounds like this, but she's not really quite British. So when she talks, there's elements of it that you can't really... you don't know whether she's really from there or whether she's from somewhere else. But that's kind of the way that she speaks.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
And
do you do many TV ads?
I don't, but I have actually, I try for them. Oh, God, sorry. I don't know if you can hear, but I have a tin roof. My God, it's just started to hail like crazy. Oh, my God. Wow. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Wow, I'm really sorry.
What is that?
I'm like, is there somewhere I can go in my house that isn't going to be this loud? But I don't think so.
It's authentic.
That's okay.
Okay, quickly, the second question.
Yes.
I noticed a lot, and it's really a general question for anybody, because I know they used to call female actors actresses. Is there a reason to just call them actors now, or is there...
I don't know.
I
really don't know.
noticed that because they used to say actresses, and in a way it's kind of easier because then you're okay. It's a female actor, but I figure maybe you would know. I always always wondering that.
Yeah, I really don't. I wish I did.
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to try to find out.
It seems to be less common now to say actress. Everyone just sort of seems to have claimed the moniker of actor. So I don't know. But it doesn't bother me either way. I think it's the same. It means the same thing to me.
Yeah.
For a female actor anyway, or actress. So, it is a really good question. I wish I knew why it sort of has toned down, but it
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's because we're trying. More women are trying to empower themselves, and feminism has become so much stronger. And since it sort of started many decades ago, it's really resurged in recent times online because of social media and more women kind of rallying together to try and stop things like misogyny and sexism. So it could be something to do with that, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I was maybe thinking, but I didn't know if it was just a preference or, I don't know, actor.
People can call me whatever they want to call me.
Hey, you. Okay.
Good question, Steve. Okay, let's go. Let's wrap up. Belinda, what's your final view of the show? Where can they get hold of you if they want to ask any questions for you? To you.
Yes, it was a fantastic show, and you can get me on Twitter at bdemi, and my YouTube is bdemi10, and the title of the thing is Belinda's Vlogs.
Good
So
stuff.
you can check that out on YouTube.
Yep, please do check it out. Get me on Twitter, Brad on Tech Webcast. Let's go to Jacob. Where can they get on Twitter, mate?
At Jazzbot32669, and I had one more question.
Okay, go ahead, mate. Make it quick.
It's a quick one. All I was going to ask is, if you're not acting or doing anything right, what you are doing right now, what would you be doing right now? Your dream job.
Do you know what? Acting is my dream job. So it's and it's something that I've really had to believe in, because there was a period where I went, you know what, 1% of actors are only employed at any one time. It's a really unreliable industry in that respect to actually earn a living from. So you kind of have to be crazy to want to do it. And then I went and tried to do something else. And 6 months in, I went, you know what? I'm just kidding myself. So really, there is nothing else in the world that I love doing than performing. But my secondary loves are writing and sort of helping to create content. So yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. And where can they get hold of you, Jessica, if they have any more questions?
You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Rarely Updated. I quite like my handle because it was a joke at first, but now I'm like tweeting every day, so it's not really accurate. I'm also on YouTube under the name Actor Writer Ninja. I think it's all smushed together. There's no underscores. So you can find me both, there on YouTube and Twitter.
Are them links on your blog at all?
On my Tumblr, there might be. Otherwise, my YouTube channel has links to my Tumblr and my, which I'm also Actor Writer Ninja on, and my Twitter feed too. So, yeah.
All right, good stuff. So you may want to send me them links on Skype so I can put them in the show notes.
I would love to do that.
Please do. And let's go to Jody. What's your phone of the show, Jody? When can we get hold of you?
Well, first of all, it's awesome to be back in the saddle with everybody. Cool. Love you guys. You can find me on Twitter as Sunswept. You can find me pretty much the usual places as Jody Rains, or you can find me at my website, which is webmarcom.net. And love it, love the show. And Jessica, thank you so much.
Oh no, thank you. This has been really fun. I would love to come back anytime you'll have me and my rambling thought process.
Anytime you want. We'd love to hear your views and stuff. And I know you're a geek in that.
Oh, massive geek. I'd love to actually maybe come back and do an Indianapolis Gen Con retrospect for you guys and see, if there's anything interesting that I see there.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound
cool.
Cool. All right. Sounds same time, same day and that sort of thing. So, yeah.
You know what? We could even try and do a podcast link to me while I'm there, but I don't know how good the Wi-Fi is going to be in the hotel room.
Okay. We'll have to try then.
Probably better than Aussie Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, true. I don't know why I said that then. That's very true.
Very true. All right, let's go to Steve. What's your point of view of the show, Steve?
Oh, wow. I really enjoyed this show, and you can find me on Twitter as Chatterbox_live. And for Jessica, if you can't make it to Comic-Con, we have something called RealmsCon in Corpus Christi, Texas, coming up in October. Not as big, but still very unique.
Oh, if only I had the money, mate.
I know,
if only I had the money.
Exactly, mate. And Steve can maybe have to pay for you to come over.
Sponsorship. Yeah, we'll have to fight. What do you call it? Kickstarter. No, just kidding. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I will bat my eyelashes at anyone that wants to sponsor me to go to any conventions. I swear.
That would be awesome. Okay.
There you go, Steve. Let's go to Paul. What about you, mate?
It was a great show. Great talking to you, Jess. Very good to have actors usually on the show. Also, you can catch me at PKTV on YouTube's and also my iOS app and Android app.
Yeah.
And PK12 on Twitter.
And check out the your new video that you made for the app, the watch, the LG watch.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the LG O-Band. Yeah.
What do you like better, the Apple Watch or the other one?
I like both, but each has its pros and cons. It's really hard to really.
So which one do you wear every day?
Well, there isn't one that I wear every day because I do go between them a lot because they look nice. I like watches for the way they look. Essentially, I don't care about their functionality. So yeah. That's basically, I go in and out with the specific watches all the time.
Good stuff, Paul. All right, good to have you on, Paul, and come back on any time, mate. If you've got any spare free time on Saturdays.
Yeah, we'll do.
Free next Saturday, come back on, mate.
Next Saturday, probably not, no. But I'll definitely tell you when I'm free.
Let me know, mate. Let me know. That's it. Thanks, Jody, for being on. Good to have you back on, Jody.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And also thanks for Jessica for being on. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. As I said, anytime.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you follow her on Twitter. She's cool. Yeah.
Aw, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers. And you have a very good voice too, by the way, too. Aussie voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was a little bit all over the shop for me today, in all honesty, because like I said, I went for a run this morning. So when I got back, I was like, have to shower, must be online soon.
Oh, American accent too. Very good. Okay.
Oh, thank you very much. I do try.
Do you want to leave us with an American accent before we go, Jessica, so people can hear it?
Yeah, sure. What would you like me to say?
Whatever you want to, whatever you think, say something funny or whatever.
Make sure you listen to Web Podcast. I didn't know what to say then. I stumbled like crazy.
Webcast. The hosts and guests are unsurpassed. Techwebcast. 'Cause technology, it moves so fast. Techwebcast. Ha, stick around and you're gonna have a blast. Yeah! Techwebcast. Ha, ha. Techwebcast. Big ups to Andrew, to Brad, Jody, Steve, and Jennifer.